So, my name is Josiah Ingalls, and if you know of any person that has a disability, you're going to want to watch this video, and you'll probably want to share this video. In this video, we're going to be discussing primarily three major companies: Google, Apple, and Windows. All three of these companies, and many other companies that make software, are absolutely disregarding people with severe disabilities in ways that can cause people with severe disabilities to be potentially harmed or be put in life and death situations. Almost every phone that you can purchase today is a smartphone. And what percentage of phones that aren't smartphones that are still available, that percentage drops every year. And as a result, we're ending up with a crisis for people with severe disabilities. So, for example, a person with a very severe autism, and that takes them a long time to learn basic functions, can take them 3 months, 6 months just to learn how to call 911 on a smartphone. For very severe autistic children and adults and other severe disabilities. And these companies are pushing out system updates all the time. And they say that these system updates are for our benefit. And they say that these system updates are to keep us secure. And I've talked to friends of mine that are programmers. And there are two fundamental types of program system updates. There are those that are security updates that fix things in the background, tighten up loopholes, prevent people from hacking your phone. And then you have system updates that deal with look, feel, functionality, and how many steps it takes to get to something and where things are related to each other. And this is the area of the problem, because your system updates, which you don't get a choice, you don't get to opt out, you're not able to disable them. I've been going back and forth with Google because I own a Plexus phone made by Google. Android is owned by Google. And you can't shut off their system updates. And their system updates are packaged with fundamental changes to the look, feel, and functionality, and how many steps it takes to get to something and what things look like. And this can create a life and death situation for people with severe disabilities when it takes them 6 months just to learn how to call 911. And then you go and you change the phone and functionality, even though it's simple changes. But to a person with disabilities, this can be a life and death situation. Now it will take them months to learn how to use that phone again to call 911 because you've changed the look and feel and how many steps it takes to get to something. And the law says that corporations must have reasonable accommodations for people with disabilities. So the option to shut off all updates, since Google and Apple and Microsoft refuse to fundamentally separate functionality and how it looks and feels updates and security background updates that doesn't change the way your phone or your computer operates and looks and feels. And since more and more devices are computers, these updates are becoming more and more of a problem for persons with disabilities. If it just fixed the thing in the background, the security loophole, then this wouldn't be a problem. But these updates are packaged with look and feel changes, and that creates situations in which somebody with a disability can be in a life and death situation because now they can't operate that device to get help without having to go through extreme lengths to learn this device over again. So Google, Apple, and Microsoft continue to do these things because they say you don't own your software at all and you have no say over what happens with the operating system, because they solely own it even though it's on your device, and you don't have a right to decide if what types of updates you're going to take and install. And more of these devices are locked down in a way that you can't opt out of these system updates that are going to change the look and feel and operation of your device. And in doing so, the amount of population that has severe disabilities is getting left behind. And we are being not considered in how much changes are happening to our devices and how that may or may not affect a person with disabilities, because these programmers that work for these companies, and these companies are making changes to our devices based off of what they feel is good for us and what will be more user-friendly. But there are times when more user-friendly means less usable. And these companies can't predict those situations for people with disabilities. So you out there, let's make a change. Share this video. Let's educate the public about the dangers that can happen when you make look and feel fundamental changes to an operating system that can leave a person in a situation where it will take them a long time to be able to learn that device in order to reach out for help. God forbid they need that help. So share this video. Let's educate the world and the population that just because it's good for the software company doesn't mean it's good for people with disabilities. And there are other issues that I have with these companies and their accessibility issues, but those issues are based on, I wish they were doing better. But this issue with forced updates that change the look and feel of the device, that can make a severely disabled person have to take months to relearn their device, creates a problem, because by the time they're just getting around to learning their device again, there's another push of another update that changes some other look, feel, fundamental operation thing that makes it difficult for persons with disabilities to be able to operate that device. So they're constantly having to start over from zero in order to be able to operate their device. So share this video. Let's tell Google, let's tell Apple, let's tell Microsoft to stop having fundamental changes in the look and feel of the software packaged with security updates. When I buy my device, or a person that buys a device for a person with severe disabilities, the look and feel of that operating system should never change if that person wants to opt out, and they should be able to keep the same fundamental look and feel and operations of that device until they upgrade to another device with the most up-to-date operating system. But instead, Google, Microsoft, and Apple are making it where every device, regardless of how old it is, looks and feels and operates exactly the same. But that works for the general population with people with people that do not have disabilities. But those of us that have disabilities, this can create a problem. And for severe disabilities, it can create a life and death situation. Imagine if you're at home and you only know how to operate your phone just enough to call 911 for emergencies, or call a nurse, or call for help, and that's all you know. And suddenly you can't do so. If that was you, you would be feeling hopeless. You would be feeling left alone. You would be feeling left with no chance of getting help you need. So share this video. Let's educate the public, because this isn't about, I wish these companies would do better. This is about something that is potentially a life and death situation for people with severe disabilities. So let's say enough is enough, and let's send a message to these companies saying we're not going to tolerate this anymore. And let's send a message to Congress and to the government and saying that there should be laws that prevent this type of thing from happening to people with disabilities. Because yes, those of you without learning disabilities, those of you that get to be able to learn the new functions of your device within a matter of minutes, that's great for you. But those of us that can't, this is a struggle. This is becoming more and more of a problem as technology is taking over everything, and everything is a smart device. And so we need to stop this now. We need to set new laws in place. We need to enforce the laws we have. And if you don't have a disability, but you know someone that does, share this video, because you may be helping them. Because right now, as of right now, we've gotten left behind. Those of us that are autistic, and those of us that have other disabilities, like I'm autistic, I have dyslexia, I have other issues that makes these simple things very difficult. And there are people out there that are more disabled than I am in these areas, where their disability is so crippling that it can take them months and months to learn basic functions of a smart device. So let's make a change. Let's spread the word. Share this video, if not for yourself, for someone else out there that has a disability. Enough is enough. Let's start thinking about those people that technology has left behind. It's time for a change, and I'm asking you to help us by sharing this video. Because yes, I can learn the changes better than some, but some people out there that are severely disabled can't even voice what they need. And we need to be their voice. And yes, I'm getting upset because this isn't just about me. It's about those out there that have a harder time with this than I do. And it's about how society has left us behind. And they don't think about the ramifications of the changes they push on us and not giving us a say. Share the video, let's educate the public, and let's send a message to these large corporations that they need to do better by us. Thank you.